Chavez once told Martinez, "Logic doesn't exist in boxing." To which Martinez replied, "It does with me." Hello Skillr Boxers. Today, we're going to break down that logic, analysing exactly how Sergio Martinez used it to outsmart his opponents.
Good left hand, and down goes Williams.
Starting boxing at 20 years old, Sergio Martinez had a lot of catching up to do against more experienced opponents. But he managed to overcome that gap by outsmarting them.
Doesn't feel as
there he is.
Martinez strategically exploited habits, reactions, and positioning to stay one step ahead. So if you want to understand how he did it, this breakdown is for you. But before we start the breakdown, we wanted to share a quick message from our sponsor, HBOBoxing, the premier home training platform. Update to the latest app version to master over 100 new high percentage combinations from 6 essential categories: short range, long range, alternating combos and more. Train smarter and improve faster. Download HBOBoxing today and dominate the opposition. Boxing stance. The most distinctive part of his style is his boxing stance. Martinez often fought from an open guard, sometimes with his hands at chest level, but more often, as we'll see, with his hands completely low. This low guard was not only eye-catching, it also served the purpose, with his whole set of skills based around it, as we will see later on. He also tended to be front foot heavy, with a forward-leaning posture. That front foot weight distribution is a key part of how he built offense and defense, so keep that in mind.
Go. Good.
Whipping jab. That low guard allowed Martinez to throw punches relaxed, snapping them at the last moment.
for Vernon Forrest.
With the traditional high guard, your shoulders are already engaged and tensed, which can make punches stiff and easy to anticipate. But since Martinez kept his hands low, his shoulders stayed relaxed, giving him the ability to whip his punches fluidly. His jab in particular became a major weapon. Not only did it come from a relaxed position, but its starting point at waist level meant it was out of the opponent's central vision, making it incredibly hard to see coming.
Find a hole in that armor stake, but you gotta also remember this: he's trying to take some serious confidence, so he's never first getting off.
Roy, Sergio Martinez fights in a unique style. Larry Martinez going after Martinez, as Max Kellerman pointed out.
This made his up jab fast, sneaky, and hard to deal with. A nightmare for opponents. Setups. A style like this only works with great footwork and head movement, both of which Martinez had in spades. He was confident in his ability to slip shots, which allowed him to set traps from his low guard. Often, he'd posture forward with his weight on the front foot, exposing his head just enough to bait a reaction. It looks like an opening, but it was a bait. As the opponent bit and threw a punch, Martinez would simply change the head slot, making the shot miss.
¿Qué es lo que es un especialista, Sergio?
Lleva 3 seguidas fallando.
Ahí, es así.
Y esto te mata. 4, 5.
This let him defend on his own terms, staying one step ahead rather than reacting late. He'd also used this setup to counter. As the opponent punched, he'd pull back, avoiding the shot and snapping back in with a jab.
Tremendous.
That front foot heavy posture made the pullback faster and more effective.
Oh, Zerik's jab, while Roy.
And you gotta give him credit.
But Williams is making. Good right hand by Martinez.
He could also counter with his cross, slipping to his lead side as the opponent attacked, aligning his left hand with their head and landing clean.
He might be bleeding outside the left eye. The fire by himself.
Exactly.
Low blows and headbutts.
All while keeping his own head out of the center line. First of all, we have to establish what the center line is to understand how Martinez used it.
Head by 1 round, 5-4 Paul Williams. Hard left hand.
The center line is an imaginary line that goes right across the middle of the opponent's body. This line symbolizes the line of punch traffic. If you're on the center line, you're in the danger zone. If you're off the center line, you're in a safe spot. Martinez understood that perfectly and applied this principle when throwing his left hand.
Going to be, when he's going to go. Good. Martinez got busy, which is what he has to do in round 6.
For the first time in a long time. There's his left hand again. That looked pretty good.
Whenever he threw his left, he'd rotate his body to the right, shifting weight onto his front foot.
Way more punches than he's throwing. Oh, he got caught with a great punch right there.
We've had lots of them.
This way, he added more power to his left, as he moved his whole body weight forward. He also aligned his left hand with the opponent's head. And more importantly, he stayed out of the center line, so his punches could land, and his opponents couldn't.
Good left hand, and down goes Williams.
Now, as mentioned, by placing his weight on the front foot, he loaded up his lead hand.
Hard right hand, and Williams goes down.
After landing the left cross, he could use that rotation to transition into a swivel jab.
A right hand fight, just keep going.
Technique is not easy to do.
This is the kind of jab you need.
Está apretando. Le mete una derecha. Ahí va.
Another great follow-up punch after the left cross was his lead hook. Same as before, the left cross already loaded up the lead hand, so the hook could land with momentum.
Últimamente lo que Maravilla ya nos deja que últimamente es que joder, la pelea con Martin Murray y tal. Está pegando duro a Barker.
But no style is perfect, and Martinez's approach had its risks. Flaws. The biggest flaw was the lack of a safety net.
Get out of position and leaves himself open when he's coming forward.
And down he goes on a left hand.
The low guard, while it has its advantages, comes with inherent risks. As the hands are low, when caught off guard, there is not enough time for the hands to be raised and cover up, costing you some clean shots. This forced Martinez to rely on head movements and footwork, and be always engaged in the fight. But those sequences where he wasn't fully engaged cost him some clean shots. Still, it takes a very special fighter to pull off such a risky style. And for Martinez, the reward often outweighed the risk. Now we want to hear from you. Do you recommend the low guard in some cases? Sometimes? Never? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, there's plenty more like it on our channel. To your left, we've picked one we think you'll enjoy next.